Spiraling into my head with Gab.
Happy becoming Scout Gang. Welcome to today's spiral. What's swirling around in my head today? Let's descend into it.
Disclaimer, I'm not a professional at giving life advice, just a girl out here living and learning as we all do. This podcast is for people who want to have raw and honest conversations. Any negativity is not welcome. If you're here for a good time and feel like we're on FaceTime, this podcast is for you.
So sit down, buckle up, keep all extremities in the vehicle at all times, and without further ado, let's get into it. Okay guys, you already know who I am. I'm your host, Gabby, and today we have a very special guest. The biggest, the baddest, most beautiful person in the whole world, my cousin, Maddie.
Hi, I just moved to Louisiana from Kansas City, Missouri. I've been here for 2 months.
How are you liking it so far?
I actually love it.
What do you like about living here that is different from Missouri?
I feel like the people here are nicer. Genuinely, which is crazy.
Mhm.
But, I don't know, everyone seems happier here. So, and I don't know anybody here. So I'm kind of starting fresh, which is really nice. And so, I can live my life how I want to live it, not how other people expect me to live it.
Okay. And you lived in Missouri basically your whole life, right?
Yes.
So what prompted you to make that move?
Way too damn cold in the winter. I hate the cold.
Yeah, true. You were living in a very, very cold state. She hates the cold.
Yeah.
So that was a bit contradictory.
Yeah.
How did you see yourself growing? Do you look back, 2 months ago now, and think about how much you have grown as a person and what's changed?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I've already changed an astronomical amount.
Mm-hmm.
Genuinely. Because when I was living at home in Missouri, I hung out with my best friend. I went to work. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, the situation is similar. I go to work and I hang out with you. But back in Missouri, me and my best friend, we were very comfortable in our bubble and we loved spending our time together. But we were also broke. I'm still broke.
No, real.
And there was nothing to do in Kansas City for free. And I feel like down here we found so much to do down here for free. So I feel like I'm getting out more and doing things more.
One of the biggest things that I thought was really crazy is that she told me that y'all pay for, to go to the lake.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Here,
beaches.
in Louisiana, you just pull up, you put a canopy up, you put a towel out, whatever your, leisure choice is, and you just go.
That's insane to me, because
Yeah.
if you don't pay per person, you at least pay for the car.
Yeah.
So that's...
Yeah, you don't have to pay for parking here. Really.
No! That's insane!
Yeah, because I remember whenever we went to the lake the first time, you asked if we had to pay or how much it was going to be, and I was like, what?
This bitch is crazy.
Yeah, no. I was super confused when you said that.
Yeah.
As far as accents, language goes, the pronunciation of certain things down here.
Okay, so I'm gonna get into accents first, because I was fully expecting, everybody down here to have a crazy, thick southern accent, and honestly, not a whole lot of people do.
Mm-hmm.
And that might be the area we live in, because it's there's a lot of people from a bunch of different corners.
Very mixed, yeah.
From the area. So it might just be that, but I've also been down other places, and it's still kind of the same.
Yeah.
But the pronunciation of things, crazy. What? Oil? No. Oil.
Oh,
Bowl?
yeah. What do you call shopping, the thing that you push at the...
It's a cart. It's a
Yeah.
cart or a basket.
We call it a buggy.
No.
I remember on FaceTime one day, I had her pronounce Natchitoches, Atchafalaya, Opelousas.
Old piece of loose ass.
Yeah. And the way... Did you say Nacogdoches or something?
No,
like that?
because I've known how to pronounce Natchitoches
Yeah.
because we have to drive through it to come down here.
But I think your mom might have said prior to knowing...
Yeah.
I guess she thought that's how it was
Nacogdoches.
pronounced. Yeah.
Or no, Natchitoches. That's
Yeah.
what she thought it was.
Yeah, I was
Natchitoches.
So no, actually, that is not how it is pronounced. I do feel though, if you were further down south in Louisiana, you haven't heard a Kunas accent. I love their accents. Like, the Creole, thick. But, like, I don't think that you'd be able to understand it.
Probably
truly.
not.
Like, it's honestly an art to be able to understand what they're saying.
There's a manager at my job who has a Cajun accent, and it's not even, like, crazy thick or something, but she'll say something to me and walk off, and I'll turn to my coworker and I'm like, I don't know what she just told me.
They talk so fast, too. Like, I talk fast, but, like, it's, if you don't, you just have to, like,
Yeah.
if you're not predisposed to it, or, like, grew up around it, like, my aunt, you might not understand what she's saying.
Period.
Like, for real.
Period.
She has a thick Cajun accent. Yeah. Like, very, very, very thick. So, yeah.
Another part of me growing since I've been down here is I've made personal life choices that I never would have made back home. For example, I drove 2.5 hours for a hookup.
Her dating life? Okay. Mine is just sad. Okay? Hers gives me life and takes from her own. The stories and all the things, and all I have to say is Tinder. Tinder, Hinge?
No, I'm not. I got banned on Hinge.
Okay. Tinder and Facebook dating. I at least receive a screenshot of at least, like 1 to 2 messages between you and another person a day.
Yeah.
Like, roughly.
Yeah.
That's probably, like, minimum.
Yeah.
It's interesting. And the code names and the inside jokes we have developed are top tier. Okay, top tier. Do you want to talk a little bit about your first 2 weeks here?
I would love to talk about that.
Okay.
So, my literal first day being down here. So, from where I live to where I used to live, it's a 10.5 hour drive. I left 5 a.m. I think it was a Friday. Left 5 a.m. Friday. I was down here by 2:33, whatever. By the end of that day, I had a new match, and I was already talking to him. So, we're just gonna call him Stupid. So, I initially wasn't that into Stupid because I literally just moved down here. So I was like, you know what, why not? I'm bored. Why not have something to do? Mind you, he lives 2 hours from me on the other side of in Texas. I live in Louisiana. He lives 2 hours away from me in Texas. Yeah. So I was like, I'm never going to meet up with this guy. Why not have a conversation with him? So we started chatting, and I was like, okay, he's kind of funny. I'm kind of into him. And we started FaceTime. I think within 3 days we started FaceTiming, which I hate FaceTiming, guys, and it's something I put off as much as I possibly can.
Yeah.
So the fact that I did it within 3 days, crazy.
And
by the way.
And
that's the least crazy thing. Anyway.
Yeah, I would also like to add, too, like, he seemed great.
Yeah.
Like, obviously we all know the whole, I'm gonna sell this beautiful picture. It literally seemed too good to be true.
I will give him this. He does genuinely seem like a very kind and caring person. Just maybe a little bit too much.
Yeah.
So, week 1, we were FaceTiming all the time. We were calling I would wake up early before work to call him or FaceTime him or text him, like, because she stayed over several times. And I would text him while she was asleep. And I was constantly on the phone with him the entire first week. And so he was like, okay, what if I come to you and I take you out on a date? And I was like, okay, yay, yeah, let's do it.
Right.
I mean, why not? And he was asking me for a bunch of ideas of where to go. And I'm like, I moved down here a week ago. I don't know where to go, first of all. And he was like, okay, well, I'll just find something. So he found something. And he was originally going to pick me up from my house. And we were going to go from there. But then this one told my uncle, her dad, Maddie's going on a date. And he panicked. So to ease his worries, I said that I would meet Stupid at the restaurant. So I met Stupid at the restaurant. He was an hour early to the time we were supposed to meet.
Yeah.
He was an hour early. Okay, so I finished getting ready. I drive out, I meet him. He gave me flowers. He was very kind, very sweet. The date went well. The area we live in, there's not a whole lot to do. So
Yeah.
we got dinner, and service was really quick. We were there for probably like 30, maybe 45 minutes. And I was like, there's not really anything to do. We could go to the next town over and go to this park and walk around. So that's what we did. Well, no, because we did try to go bowling first.
Yeah.
So we went to Walmart to buy me socks because I was wearing sandals. He paid for the socks, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I had those sitting in the back of my car until I threw them away because I didn't want them.
So.
Because I just found the cheapest pair and I don't like that brand. Anyway, we went to this bowling alley, completely run down. They didn't accept card, and that's all he had, so we ended up leaving. We went to the next town over, and we were walking around, and he kept on, like, leaning in to kiss me, and we were in public, and I'm like, I'm not a huge PDA, I almost said PSA. I'm not a huge PDA person, like, I just don't feel like there's any need for it, and I had told him that before we went on our date.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of the conversations we had, and he kept on, like, leaning in like he was gonna kiss me, and I kept like, we are in public. We are in public. There is a family sitting 5 feet away from us.
Yeah.
We are not kissing right now. So we walked around for a little bit, then we got back in his car, and my other cousin needed me to meet her for something, so we went to Walmart to wait for her, and we were just sitting in the car talking. We were having really good conversation. And at one point he was like, I just can't believe you went on a date with me. Like, you're just insanely out of my league. And I was like, haha, no, not at all. Haha. Trying to move on from the conversation because that's just an awkward conversation to
Yeah.
have with somebody.
Because what do you do? Say, yeah, you're right.
And
then
literally,
what?
literally. He was like, I just hope you know, if things do end between us, I'm definitely going to be sitting there and being like, stupid. And I was like, huh. And then
I will say he's an honest man.
He is an honest man. He really is. So, we're in the Walmart parking lot. We're waiting for like 30, 45 minutes. We're talking. Everything's going well. We kiss. It's not a very good kiss. But I like to do this thing where I lie to myself. And I convince myself that it's a great kiss. Even though it's really, really not great. And I need to stop doing that because I did not enjoy it at all. And he really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit
It
too
was
much.
all he was talking about
Yeah.
for like 3 days. Before we went on our date, we had already established plans for the following week. That's bad on my part. I shouldn't have done that. I should have waited until after the date. Where I was going to go out to him and I was going to stay with him for like, I was going to be there for 3 days, but I was going to stay with him for 2 nights. And we had a bunch of plans and we were going to go out and do stuff together. So, after the date ended, I was trying to convince myself that the kiss was really good. It wasn't. I didn't convince myself in the slightest. I even told my cousin and my best friend, I was like, that was one of the best first kisses I've ever had.
It was. That is what she said. I was like, oh my god, yes, girl, like, I love this for you so much, like, this is so fun.
Because you and I had several conversations about how crazy because I've never been in a relationship before. I keep on talking to them.
Yeah, no, like, you can, like, whatever you want to do.
I've never been in a relationship before, so
Yeah.
her and I had several conversations about how crazy it would be within my first 2 weeks or even month of being there if I just ended up in a relationship.
Found your soulmate,
and I found my soulmate. Like, I had such high hopes for this. And after the date, him and I continued to talk, and things were going well. I can't even say he, because I was an active participant in the conversation. He picked out names. We picked out names for our future children. And but I want to say this. When I shared my baby name list, I said, these are the names I want for my future children. I said mine. And then he said, okay, well, here, I like these names for our children.
Okay.
You've known me for a week.
Yeah.
We've hung out once. We went on a date once. And so it's like, oh, okay. Weird. Another conversation we had, we were talking about his apartment. He was like, yeah, it's really nice. And he alluded to the fact that I should move in. And I'm like, I'm not leaving Louisiana. And if I change my mind, I sure as shit am not going to leave until I finish my degree.
And mind you, right? I feel like you were keeping this from us, like these specific details from us, because like it's like you're at like the honeymoon stage, like oh my gosh, everything's so good, so well, and she calls me. I left a friend's house, right? I was hungover, okay. She calls me and she's like, I just basically like I just gotta keep it real, like here's the situation, and she's telling me all this stuff. I'm driving, jaw on the floor. I'm like what's happening?
I forgot about that conversation.
Yeah. I was like, wow. Wow. But yeah.
So, the more conversations he was having with me about taking bigger and bigger steps, I was like, oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
As if
no,
those
no,
weren't
no,
already big
no,
enough.
no. Literally. I was like, okay, I can't do this. And so I was just like, okay, maybe I just need to have a conversation with him about pumping the brakes and pausing this. And then I thought to myself, when I started this with him, I already told him that I wanted to take things very, very slow. Mm-hmm. I already said that I did not want to rush into a relationship, and I gave him my timeline.
Yeah.
You were there for that.
Yeah.
I gave him my timeline. And I was thinking about it, I was like, he's pushing for more, and I don't want to give more.
He's not being receptive to what's coming out of your mouth.
Literally. Having a conversation with him isn't going to change anything. He's just going to push me into something I don't want, and I'm very much a person who can be pushed into doing something they don't want to do. So, I started talking to him less and less, and he was picking up on it. I don't think he expected me ending things, but he was picking up on it.
Oh, God.
2 weeks in, we went to a basketball tournament for our younger cousin, and on our way down there, because we were driving together, I was talking to Gabby, and I was like, I think I'm going to end things, and she was like, okay.
I'm like, yes, girl, like,
yeah.
This is what you want to do, like, you're going to do it, and I'm staying the night, so, like, I'll be there with you, like, if you're sad, I can console you, I can, if you're happy about it, we can celebrate this together.
Yeah, because I was originally just going to wait until you left the next day to tell him, because I felt like that was a private conversation that needed to be had. But then I, wanted moral support, and 2, because I was scared. I was terrified, because I've ended things with people and it's gone way south real quick. So I was terrified. I did want somebody there with me. I don't regret that decision at all.
Yeah.
If he is watching this, I'm sorry. She was there.
I heard everything. And laughed, sorry.
And I felt like the longer I pushed it off, the more unfair it was to him, because I have a very strong, very, very strong feeling, I don't think I've shared this with you yet, that he picked up a second job to be able to, like, afford specific things for me, and while that's very kind, that's not something you should be doing 2 weeks in.
Well, the second job was the first weekend, no?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, so he got a second job, which good for him. And if it was for other reasons, that's wonderful. But the way he presented it to me, it was specifically to benefit me.
Yeah.
So that's insane to me. Maybe I'm a bad person. That's insane to me.
I don't think you're a bad person. I think that you were trying to take things slow, and you set that boundary, and then that boundary was crossed, and then you kind of got caught in the crosshairs then of everything.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Anyway. So we get home from the basketball tournament. I text him. I say, hey, do you have a quick... I'm home now. My cousin... I did lie. I said, my cousin went home. Do you have a second to call? And he was like, yeah, of course. So we called. He said, hey, how are you? I said, hey, I'm good. How are you? He said, I'm good. I said, okay, so I have something I want to talk to you about. I was wasting no time. I just wanted to get it done and over with.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm sorry, stupid. I don't want to continue this any longer. I think this is something we should hit the brakes on. When I first moved down here, I told you that I just wanted to take the time to focus on myself, and I feel like since I've been down here, I have not been doing that, and I've just been focusing on you and our potential relationship, and I need to take this time to focus on myself. And he was silent. He did not say anything for probably
Like-
a solid minute.
Radio silence.
Like, dead silent.
Do you
not
think he muted himself, or do you think
No,
he
because
was
I
just
heard him
in silence?
breathing.
That's true.
He was
Yeah,
silent.
that's true.
He was silent for a solid minute, and it was awkward, and I didn't know what to do. So I started word vomiting. And I'm like, I'm really sorry. Like, I know this is not what you expected. And he said, hold on, wait. I need a minute. I need a minute. So that minute lasted 5. And it was really awkward.
That was the longest 5 minutes of my life, your life, probably his life.
Yeah. And what happened after that?
Okay. So after that, I think he goes into detail about how he didn't expect this. And then, like you said before, because he's an honest man, he goes...
Wait, no. Listen, okay.
War flashbacks is all in there right now.
I've been trying to block this out. After I explained it and he took his 5 minutes, he said, so, you're not coming over Monday night?
Yes! Okay, yes.
No, I am not coming over Monday night.
Because I assume he still wanted to hook up? Or...
Oh, 1000%.
Yeah, because he was very... Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
And
Tell your
then-
favorite part.
After you say no, like you say, I'm sorry, no, I will not be, like, coming on Monday, he goes, like you said before, he hits his head and he goes, stupid.
And you can hear that that's what he's doing, because
Yeah.
you can hear the smack against
Yeah.
his forehead every time he does it.
Yeah.
Listen, I have never reached for a mute button so quick in my entire life, and I did not reach it in time, and he 1000% heard me start to laugh.
Dude, I was crying. I was like, whenever you go to laugh and you're, like, holding that laugh in and doing that, number one, makes the laugh worse, but your eyes start watering. I couldn't. Like, this did not feel real. Like, this is happening. This is real life.
Mm-hmm.
This is real life shit. This is going on.
Yeah. That was a hard conversation to have, and it wasn't even because it was a genuinely hard conversation to have. I just couldn't stop laughing.
No.
And, oh my god. Yeah.
This will be something we talk about forever.
Yeah.
This
for
is
sure.
something we actively talk about.
Still.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it has only been a month and a half, but still.
It's not
Yeah,
going away.
it's not going
Like, even
away.
if you get in another relationship,
It's-
this person needs to know about
Yeah.
it. Like,
I will say, because my dating life has always been filled with crazies, every single guy I've talked to for longer than a couple of days, does know about how crazy the ex-whatevers were.
mm-hmm.
Because I always say, well, they always ask me, why aren't you in a relationship? Because I attract crazy. How do you attract crazy? Okay, well, here's
Sit down
this.
and buckle up. Yeah. I'm over here saying, like, oh, this doesn't feel real. This feels like a movie. I can only imagine how you felt in that
Yeah.
moment. Like,
Oh, I should pull up the receipts of what he said after we hung up.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he texted me after we hung up.
She's coming. She's coming correct or not coming at all. Because, we got facts.
Amen.
I love that he's blocked.
He texted me, he said, thank you for your time. And I didn't respond for 6 minutes. And he said, if you change your mind, I'm here. I really do like you, Matea. I'm here. So I did block him on everything after that.
Yeah. But, this happened in May, correct?
I can tell you the exact date. This happened May 16th. I moved down here May 1st.
Yeah. So this happened in May, and then was it the end of May or beginning of June where he reposted a TikTok about having a girlfriend?
It was the very beginning of June. He reposted about how it feels to finally bag somebody that's your type, and there are a bunch, because I
Yeah.
did stalk his.
I went and stalked him too after you told me about
Good,
it.
as you should. And there were a couple of other about being in a relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasted no time.
No, so.
So obviously it
He's
wasn't
doing
that,
fine.
like,
Good for him. I'm glad he's
detrimental.
happy.
Yeah.
But that's crazy.
Yeah. No. So back to the 2 hour away hookup.
Yeah. 2.5.
Oh,
The
yes.
half is important.
Yes, it is. Maddie told me, she was like, there's this guy, like, I'm thinking of going to meet him. He wants me to come over such and such weekends. Like, you know, I've never really done this before, blah, 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 whatever. She gives me a first name. Was it first and last?
No, you found last.
Okay, yes. So she gives me a first name, and I found first and last. I found where he lives. I found...
Not just his address. She found his house.
I found his... where he graduated from, like what his
You
degree
found his
was in.
thesis?
Yeah, I found his thesis for his for grad school.
You found his LinkedIn?
I did, and I actually made an account for LinkedIn just so I could scroll on it. Because, like, I didn't want him to be, like, an axe murderer, and she, like, go there, whatever. But, long story short, I'm an FBI agent, unpaid, of course, and
You did the same thing with Stupid.
I did do the same
You
thing
did
with
do the
Stupid.
same
I found
thing
his
with
Facebook,
Stupid.
Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah. I
that's
think
it.
I had everything.
And then I had said something about how he followed a girl.
Yes.
And saw that they were following each other.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know, like, how do you bring it up? And you're like, oh, I'm not going to. He still only follows that girl, by the way. So I think that might be the girlfriend.
That's crazy. That might be... That's... Okay,
Do you
I know
think
that's not his ex, because when I went through his tagged on Instagram, his ex... Yeah, no, it wasn't his ex.
Yeah, mind you, his ex still had pictures of them up and that he was actively tagged in. But yeah, I'm just ever so slightly crazy. And if you ever need me to do some deep diving on someone, just go ahead and call me. You know, I already do it for free. It's just one of my favorite pastimes. I mean, I felt like better about you going.
Yeah.
And overall, the situation was good. Like,
Yeah.
so, you know, like, I feel like it really meant something, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, as far as like my dating life goes, it's really just the lack thereof. There really isn't one. I mean, like, I'm on dating apps, but I haven't really found anybody that I actually want to go on a date with, and I've just come to the general consensus that dating is just not in the cards for me. I've been single for almost 2 years now. It's honestly one of the best decisions I've ever made. I feel like I'm growing, discovering myself, my passions. Like, I feel like before I really didn't know who I was, so like if you asked me like, oh, what do you like to do? I don't know. Or I didn't. Like, seriously,
Yeah.
I didn't. Like, I really didn't know much about myself. All I knew was like being in a relationship or what the other person liked.
Yeah.
And, like, I could literally tell you everything about them, but I couldn't tell you anything about me. So yeah. Like, I mean, I text people on there and there's some atrocious messages. Not like Maddie. But
Oh, should we talk about Married Guy?
oh my gosh, yes, Married Man. How did we forget?
I don't know.
That was after Stupid.
That was after Stupid, but before National Guard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.5 hours he's National Guard.
Yes. Yes. So after I ended things with Stupid, I deleted Tinder for this man. First of all,
That's true.
Not my proudest moment. I deleted Tinder for him. I actually re-downloaded it before I ended things with him.
But that's fine.
That's fine. It's okay. It's okay. So I was, doing my thing, scrolling on Tinder. Before I ended things with him, I matched with National Guard and Married Guy.
Really?
Before I ended things
okay,
with
so
Stupid.
you and National Guard
Before I
have
started
been
things.
texting
Yeah.
for a minute before.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
True.
So, I matched with Married Guy. We talked on and off we talked for a couple of days before I deleted Tinder because of the whole Stupid thing. And then when I got back on, we talked a little bit more. He gave me his number. We planned to meet up and he sent me nudes, and I told him, you're free to send, I'm not going to send back.
Yeah.
And he did, and we still laugh over that picture. It was just a really bad angle, and he was not making a great face either. It was like... But more murdery. Anyway, so we had plans to meet up. It was a Wednesday night. We had plans to meet up and get coffee. He texted me that day, hey, by the way, I wanted to let you know I'm married.
Yeah, because we call him married man, but she didn't know.
No, I didn't know at this point. And I said, oh, okay. And he said, yeah, we're in an open marriage. I said, so that's great, and I love that you and your wife are comfortable enough with each other to do that, but that is not something I'm willing to participate in. Or, no, that's not something I want to get messed up in. Yeah. And he said, well, there's not really anything to get messed up in.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, great. And he said, come on, give me a chance. And I was like, no. So have a good night. Have a good life. And then I told you, Mia, and Aaliyah about it. Mm-hmm. And you all were just absolutely flabbergasted. But then we were all curious. Like, we wanted to know who approached who, how they approached each other, mm-hmm. and we're just nosy. And they were like, you could just go and get free coffee. And I was like, you know what? You're right. So I texted him back, and I was like, are you still wanting to meet tonight? So we met up. I got to ask all my questions, which is all I wanted, which is great. His wife technically approached him first, mm-hmm. because she likes the idea of her husband being wanted.
So she's a...
Yeah. So she... Oh, we could talk about that one, too.
Oh my gosh! With every word, it's just like... Okay, yes.
She was actually playing wingman for him. And the day we met up for coffee... He had shown her a picture of me, and she was like, oh, she's cute, I like her. Thank you, Queen. Thank you. It's a weird... I don't like that. I don't like it. So, we met up for coffee, I had my questions answered, and I shared with the class, and that was it.
Mind you, these questions were talked about prior to her going, just so we could also have our questions answered through her.
Yes. Yes, everyone was curious.
You know?
Everyone was curious.
Because I was, like, genuinely, like, because you texted me. I believe I was at work.
Probably.
And...
You're always working.
Yeah. So are you. But, I, like, saw she was typing. That is the last thing I expected her to say. Surprise, absolutely. Like, I'm not even going to say that I wasn't. I almost for a second was like, maybe not. But like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the way he was talking to you, and also, his dating profile said that he was looking for a long-term partner, correct? Okay, which one?
No, his Tinder profile said that he was looking for short-term, open to fun. Mm-hmm. His Facebook dating profile, because I stopped talking to him for like an hour or two, and I think that's when I downloaded Facebook dating. Yeah. He found me on Facebook dating. His Facebook dating profile said... looking for a girlfriend.
Yeah. So that was really interesting and honestly a very eye-opening experience for all parties involved.
Yes. So I'm glad other people are into that. That is not something I would be a willing participant in. Ever.
You know, not to kink shame, but it is not everybody's cup of tea, and you probably should have led with that.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this, do better. Be better.
Yeah.
So back to Cookman.
So this guy texted me last week. We matched on Facebook dating. He texted me last week. Let me pull up the receipts, actually, because this is...
You were here, right? When he first started texting you?
Yes.
And mind you, she read these messages to my mom. And I wish I could show you on my mom's face. She was too stunned to speak. Needless to say.
I'm still too stunned to speak.
So many messages.
Yeah. He texted me, he said, I want you so bad, you have no idea. I'm just going to go out and say it. I said, okay, fine, I'll move to Florida, because that's where he lives. He said, please do, I want you so bad. And there's a picture on my dating profile that I'm in a red top, and a lot of guys seem to like that. So I said, is it the red top? He said, it's all the above, but can I have you in the red top with the, like, sitting praying emoji or, like, worshiping emoji? I said, you absolutely can. And he said, I have a feeling everyone loves you in that red top, and TBH, that is so hot. I said, haha, yeah, it's definitely a fan favorite. He said, I love that. That's so hot, it makes it better. And I said, do you want to sit in the corner when I get fucked? That's the vibes I'm getting from this. He said, of course I do, you know me so well, ha ha ha. I said, okay, perfect, I can make that happen. And I thought he was joking. He was being dead serious. He said at one point, he asked me if I'm being serious. I was not, but I said that I was. Mm-hmm. He said, perfect, so am I. I could eat cum with you, question mark. So I added him on Snapchat. It didn't end there. No, it did not end there. I added him on Snapchat, and him and I were just kind of going back and forth. And I did end up sending him nudes. Mm-hmm. And I did not try and hide it in any way, shape, or form that these were not fresh and they were saved from previous interactions. Mm-hmm. I sent them to him, and he said, I love having your used nudes. That's so hot, baby. Please send more. Okay. So then he wanted me to describe my sexual experiences to him. I've only had actual sex twice.
Yeah.
I've done other stuff, but I've only ever had actual sex twice. Mm-hmm. So my first time was very vanilla. My second time was not
vanilla.
Far
from it.
Far from it. Anyway. So I explained the second one to him, and I didn't have anything more to say. And he was like, oh, that's so fucking hot, blah, 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 going off. And I said, okay, so say thank you. And he said, thank you, are you done? And I was like, no, but you can still have manners. And so I just started making stuff up because I didn't have anything else to go off of. And he was really into that one.
Yeah.
And I stopped responding to him because I got weirded out. A little bit too late into the game, to be honest.
Her dating life is just so interesting and so fun. And I'm really glad that I'm just here for the ride.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I feel like, so, this is kind of like a segue, not really. You are choosing to be single. Mm-hmm. I mean, you obviously have options.
Yeah.
Because you're a bad bitch. You're choosing to be single and you're focusing on yourself. Mm-hmm. I am also choosing to be single, but I feel like it's out of a necessity because do I want to be in a relationship? Yes, absolutely. The guys that want to be in a relationship with me are batshit fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Or they're weird as hell.
Yeah.
The guys I want to be in a relationship with only want to have sex with me.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's okay. Everyone can have their preferences and their ideal person, but like,
yeah, no.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
because National Guard, if you're somehow watching this,
you know we're homeless.
You have my number, use it.
I feel like, like I definitely have that struggle as well, you know, I feel like you said, I am choosing to be single because I feel like for a long time I chose, you know, other people over myself, so I'm finally, like, choosing me and doing things I want to do, but there's also a part of me that just wishes I could be loved the way that I love.
Yeah.
And I used to have this really bad habit of seeing potential in people and then going for that and not going for somebody that...
who they are.
Yeah. So I would, like, want to shape and mold them into what I, like, saw that they could be but just weren't. And that's just because I'm a fixer. And, you know, whatever. So I've just learned that I don't need to do that anymore. But it's also really hard because, like you said, a lot of people just want to hook up. They don't want anything serious. They, you know, whatever. Which is fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, per se. But I also feel like the dating pool here is just not.
The options are slim pickings.
Yeah.
Hence why I drove 2.5 hours away for a hookup.
Yeah. As one does.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, I'm learning that I deserve a lot better than what I had allowed myself to endure and go through prior, you know, to this self-growth in my life. But it's definitely hard because I feel like I'm so driven, especially at our age. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we are a lot more mature than people our age are, and we're a lot more established in what we want. So to find that with people our age or even older, it's just not there. Like your 20s, it's such a weird stage of our life.
It really is, because I'm a completely different person than I was a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I'm going to be a completely different person in a year.
Yeah.
But there are some people that literally just stay exactly the same. They don't change. They don't grow at all.
And they don't want to.
And they don't want to. They want to stay how they are, which that's fine unless
Yeah.
you're hurting other people. That's not okay.
Or hurting yourself. Like,
Yes.
you gotta stand up.
Yeah. I feel like 20s and even early 30s, honestly, is such a, like, complicated time for anybody to be doing anything.
Yeah.
Because you're still learning and growing and just learning so much about yourself and about life that it's hard to look in and actually focus on yourself and your well-being and how that affects others.
Yeah. No, I definitely I agree with that, absolutely. But yeah, I feel like that's our main struggles. It's just, we're just trying to navigate our 20s, guys. It's a hard life out here.
It's the hardest life.
So, like we touched on previously, Maddie moved from Missouri to Louisiana, and our whole lives we wanted to live near each other. We even wanted to go to the same college at one point. We even wanted to go down the same career path.
Do you remember when we were younger, we had a shared Pinterest board and we decorated our dorm room?
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about that until just now.
Yeah. Me too. That's crazy. Like, we had all of these big plans, but we lived so far away, and so now that you're here, it's, like, surreal.
It's still, we were talking about this the other day, it still feels like I'm just down here visiting family on vacation.
Yeah. Like, does not feel real. Like, we've wanted this, I'm about to be 21, you're already 21, for almost 21 years of our lives. Like, and we saw each other as much as we could, just normally on holidays, but it's expensive. So, like, there's only so much you can do.
When I was younger, me and my brother, we would come down during the summer for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But that got too hard.
Yeah.
Because it's a 12-hour drive.
Yeah, exactly. And money, too. Like, you have to work, and you have all of these different things. Now that you're here, it's just crazy. It still feels like you're on vacation. Like,
I don't know when it'll become real.
Yeah, no.
Maybe never.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're just on a really long extended vacation.
Yeah.
While
Yay.
living and working here.
Yes. And paying taxes.
Exactly. Yay! But, like, one of the best parts of her being down here is how much we've both grown. But we were talking about this at the lake earlier. Before she had gotten here, I genuinely hit rock bottom. As you guys know, that's the last podcast episode I put out. I was talking about my struggles. My uncle passed away, my grandma passed away, my aunt passed away in my junior year. I have POTS now. I passed out 2 weeks before my finals. I was misdiagnosed with manic bipolar depression for 6 years of my life when I really just had a severe ADHD. And it was a trial and error process with medication, and I was trying stimulants. I didn't know that I couldn't be on stimulants, so it was making everything so much worse. And now I found a medication that works for me, and I feel so much happier, and everybody tells me, like, you look a lot happier. I'm, like, doing so many things that I never would have thought I would have done in a million years. Like, I talk to you guys, but now I have a job where I talk to in front of hundreds of people. If you would have told me I was going to do that at, like, some point in my life, I literally would have called you a liar. Like, no. Like, my freshman year of college, I'm now a senior now, so almost 4 years ago, I had to do a presentation in English my first semester. Literally, I was shaking so much, like, it sounded like I was crying. Yes.
That's real.
Yeah.
But the fact that you went from that to
Yeah.
getting on stage and talking in front of literal hundreds of people, crazy.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I feel like everything's just gone up since Maddie's gotten here, and I definitely think it's for a reason. You've gotten me out of my shell, and I'm pushing myself to actually do things that I just never would have thought I would have done. And I feel like you've done the same. Like,
Yeah.
every single day, it's something that you would have never done. Like, you
Yeah.
just being here is already a big step.
That was huge because I I've always wanted to leave my hometown.
Yeah.
Mainly to live here and be closer with the family down here.
Yeah.
But especially after I graduated high school, like, I just didn't want to be stuck in that town for the rest of my life. So, I never thought I was going to actually leave, because I didn't go away for college. I stayed in my hometown and went to community college, which, I mean, I never actually finished, but semantics. I just never thought I would actually take that leap to leave. And so the fact that I decided on a whim, really, truly, honestly, decided on a whim to move down here, and I actually did it, crazy.
Yeah,
That's
I
huge.
remember, was it in January when you told me, or was it December?
I was talking to you about it in December because it was during our annual Christmas call.
Yeah.
We don't have to do that anymore.
Yay.
We talk every night. It was during our annual Christmas call. I was asking you about the Walmarts near the area you worked at, because I was looking at a different place. I was going to move no matter what. The original plan was for me to move into an apartment. I can't even remember which state and which town, with my friends. That didn't pan out, and I was like, okay, well, what are my other options? I was still looking at jobs in the state we were going to move into, because maybe things would work out. And I was like, oh, well, I've always wanted to move down here. Why don't I look down here? And I saw a job that would give me the I saw a job listing that would give me the financial ability to move down here and live on my own. And it was in the area that you were living at the time. So I was talking to you, and I was like, hypothetically, what is this store like?
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, are you thinking about moving down here? I was like, I don't know yet. It's very much just an idea, and it's something I am considering.
Yeah.
And then me and your mom called later that night, and she did a card reading.
Yeah.
And the card readings were like, yes, do it. The card reading was basically like, yes, do it. This will be great for you. If you choose the other path, like, it won't be horrible, but it won't be as good.
Yeah.
Because it was very much a, like, I could do this or I could do this.
Yeah.
So I obviously ended up choosing to move down here. Best decision of my life, genuinely.
I'm so happy that you're here.
Me too.
Like, it still feels like a dream.
It does feel like a dream.
I feel like, I told her too, whenever we were talking at the lake this morning, that I feel like my schedule this summer, if you weren't here, and really just in general, period, would just be schoolwork, home.
Yeah.
Like, that's it, you know? And I feel like you have pushed me to, you know, go out, do things that I wouldn't necessarily want to do on a day-to-day basis. And that, in turn, has made me want to go out and do things, you know, with and without you. So I feel like it's definitely pushed me to get out of this little bubble that I created for myself. And you got out of yours, too.
Yeah.
So I feel like
I love it for
it's
us.
working out. Yay!
I love it for us.
I don't know. I feel like things have just gone so much better. Like, I went back and looked at the podcast episode, like the very last one I recorded. I looked, like, so drained. Like, it was just, I was going through it. But now to be on the other side of it is honestly so great.
You do look a lot happier.
Thank you.
From the first time I saw you when I moved down here. From then to now, like, thinking back, you look so much different.
Thank
much, like, you have life now, which is great.
Yay! Here's to life. Yeah, no, I feel so much better. Like, honestly, I'm just so grateful to have you here. And life is just a dream now. Yeah. So, long story short, life's freaking amazing. I'm so much happier. I feel like I'm in such a better headspace. I'm doing better mentally. I'm working on my physical. And big things are coming up, you know?
Yeah.
I'm about to start my senior year of college.
Bro, don't remind me. That's insane.
I know.
Bro, that's crazy.
And my birthday's in 2 days!
Your birthday's in 2 days!
Yay! I'm finally gonna be 21. And we're going out. Oh my gosh. Maddie so graciously got us a hotel room in the city that we're going out in. And we are gonna go out. We're gonna have so much fun. And we're gonna spend the night there. And then go swimming the next day.
So
Hungover.
excited.
Because why not? We're probably gonna regret that.
We're gonna get
decision.
sober.
Yeah.
We're gonna get sober. That's okay.
Yeah.
It'll turn into chocolate.
Before you know it, sweet thing. So. Would you like to come back on?
I would love to.
You'll definitely be seeing a lot more of her. This is probably one of my favorite episodes I've recorded, to be honest with you. I feel like we had great conversation, and I'm just so happy. Just so happy to be here. Well, guys, we love you. Have a great rest of your night. Love ya.
Love ya.